Today we're talking about whether families are endangered of being disconnected. Would you say that that's true?
I would, being a student. I think I'm very close to my mum normally, but being here and having that disconnect of being like miles away, I definitely do find it harder to keep up as much contact as I normally would, and I think you do naturally become more distant as you get older.
Do you think families are as close as they used to be?
No, they're not at all. Like my mother babysat for all the children, but our children with two, and they're living in Australia.
What we used to call the nuclear family is less prevalent than it used to be, so maybe people just don't actually live in as tight families as they did, say, 20, 30 years ago.
The close-knit family, where you always had your back door open and neighbours came in, that's not the case today.
People have much more fluid lives. More women are working, for instance, than when I was a boy, certainly.
Families aren't connected as much as what they are now. I feel like a few years ago families didn't really they didn't really travel out. They used to live in the same area. Now there's so many more opportunities for young people, and now they're moving away to university, and as people spread out, they're not as in touch with their family now.
A study found 1,000 mums and dads with children under the age of 18 found over half of them feel distant from their offspring. And what do you think to this?
Well, social media is probably playing a part in it, and all the time we spend on screen can cause people to feel disconnected, but it's too early to say, I would say.
And I think a lot of people actually value spending more time on video games rather than actually socialising with their family.
Media. I think a lot of parents, especially my mum and dad, are always like, you're always on your phone. And with my little brother as well, I think they think that being on your phone all the time, because they don't relate to that as much. I think they think you're sort of in your own world, and then they don't have that relationship that they would have had with their parents.
With social media and things, I mean, it is more accessible to be in touch, but I just feel like now people are so much more independent than what used to be.